So you guys like reality shows, of course, everyone does. It's definitely not trash TV whatsoever.
You better f***ing take that back right now.
Do you know how most of them are filmed? Usually with something like this. This is a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, zoom. They're great because you can get all of the camera control that a camera operator needs, but from a remote location, and the actual device that is sitting there, usually in the corner of the room, is relatively small and compact and can be mounted almost anywhere. But I met a company recently who was like, hey, we think we have something that would be very friendly, easy to use, but still give you the quality and control that you're looking for. And so today we're talking about the OBSBOT 𝗖𝗙𝗙. You ready for this? This is gonna be the cutest thing you've ever seen. Good morning. So OBSBOT says this is going to solve a lot of my worries around live streaming. So now we're recording directly into the 𝗖𝗙𝗙, and this is the exact setup that I plan on using. I've got it mounted in kind of this cool, creative, very minimal spot that allows me to move about the studio, and it's so nice not having to have a full setup just for the camera that I want to use for these like course live streams and all this stuff. And I've got the DJI mic mini directly plugged into that. And so I can turn on tracking. So now it's gonna actually track me around. And while I get this camera set up, it's gonna follow me over here to this side of the studio where I can be talking about like, hey, this is the camera we're gonna be showing off in the video. There's a cine. And so now whether I'm talking about different setups or gear that I want to show off in videos, I don't even have to think about focus, camera angles, lighting. Let's try this out. If I can zoom in here. Yeah, it's going to do a 2x zoom, but it's still going to keep me in frame. So as I move about, if I want to zoom back out, then it's going to go back out so we can get the wide angle. This definitely gives you a better, smaller scale view of how those reality shows are filmed. All right, so I'm out here and I'm filming some B-roll for an upcoming 𝗬𝗧𝗨𝗙𝗙 video of my beautiful model/wife, Michelle.
Am I in the shot?
And this is one of the first times that I'm utilizing the OBSBOT as the BTS cam. And most of the time it can be really hard to film yourself, especially if you don't have someone operating BTS. But because I can take this small gimbal, throw it on a cheap light stand, and utilizing hand gestures allow it to follow me around a set. Now it makes capturing that BTS content that much easier to the point where I don't really have to think about it. It can be on auto exposure. I can just let it record with its micro SD card. Currently I have like 64 gigs in there, which should give me plenty of hours of record time. Oh, there's a spider on my microphone. Mr. Spider-Man, this is not your camera. But as I was saying, what's cool is the camera will keep tracking and I don't really have to think about it. And the 3.5mm mic jack allows me to plug in a lav, capturing high quality audio no matter where I'm walking around on set. What are you reading?
Catch-22.
That's fun. And because this camera package is so tiny, you can take it off and hold it like a normal mirrorless camera or any other vlog camera. It's got a 1/4-20 on the bottom, so you could easily just kind of set it down in creative positions, or if you want to mount it to a tree, just hook it up to your favorite tripod and call it a day. And I can control this via my computer or an iPhone app. It obviously works plugged in via USB-C, or you can have like a 1 to 2 hour battery built into it. There's a 1/4-20 on the bottom, so if you do want to mount this anywhere, again, just like those reality shows, you can mount this upside down in the corner, you can put it on a tripod. Really, the sky's the limit with something like this. It does have built-in audio, and if you want to integrate this into something that is a little bit more professional of a setup, again, stuff that is kind of over my level of understanding, it does have a micro HDMI, so you can connect it to like a switcher or something, and it has a micro SD card slot because not only is this intended for live streaming, but again, someone like me who may want to record like how to rig a camera tutorial or anyone in any of my courses, there's a micro SD card slot so I can record internally. There's a smart connector on bottom because OBSBOT makes a handful of other accessories like battery packs. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that actually does come with this cute little adapter right here, basically a single USB-C to dual USB-C adapter. So if you are using that port to transmit data, you can now split it out so you can have power and data at the same time. But probably my favorite port on this is this guy right here. Now this does have a built-in mic that does sound pretty decent, especially if you're close to it. But if I'm halfway across the room, or if I just want something that's more quality, I want to be able to plug in a mic to it and not have to like sync mics through software, and again, latency issues, all that stuff I don't want to deal with. So being able to plug in a 3.5mm headphone jack allows me to use any of my lav systems that I'm so used to. And the software just picks it right up and automatically creates that as your default mic. All right, so let's take a look at the mobile app to see what this looks like. So our OBSBOT is currently on. We can see that we've already connected to it. We can see our battery life, and I'm gonna hit camera. And I can simply press and hold on screen and adjust the camera. Hello. You can create multiple different camera views from obviously the single camera. So once it registers a face, I can just tap on that if you want wide angle. So if you want to create different presets for how much you want to zoom in. If you double tap on a face, that's what turns on the face tracking here. So it's going to follow me wherever I go. And it's quite impressive, honestly, where the tracking is. Hide behind the camera. Can you still see me? Oh, you still found me. What about down here? Oh, and it can go fully straight up. Like I said, I have all of the exposure settings completely in manual just because that's the way I like it. So my shutter speed, my ISO is all proper. But of course, if you just want to set it to auto, you can. You can mirror the image. There are different gestures you can do. You can see them all here. And again, when it comes to output, you have all these different modes that you can do. And then down here at the bottom, again, if I'm not live streaming right now, but I want to record something for, say like a class or whatever it is I'm doing. So now I can come over here and be like, oh, look at my Pixis setup for this video. Let me show you how it works. And oh, but then I want to show you something over here. Maybe I want to show you what my server is looking like down here. This is just so cool. So easy and convenient. You don't need a second camera operator. You don't need to worry about focus, or the exposure is looking really good, I must say. Like, I'm liking the quality coming out of this too. Also keep in mind that everything you've seen so far has been running off battery power. All of the functionality that you want to do that with any other camera like this, you would have to be connected in some way physically. This you're good for like well over an hour. Impressive. All right, so let's take a look at the OBSBOT Center on the Mac here. We already took a look at the phone app. Here we're looking at how we can control this camera and apparently up to 4 others right inside of this little center. Now this is the Pro mode and the Light mode. In my opinion, I've tested out both, and I think the Pro mode honestly is easier to navigate, at least to have access to the controls I want. Drag this around to reframe if I want. We can zoom in and out. Everything is nice and smooth. You can put in your presets. Again, a lot of the same features that we're going to get on the app version as well. Human tracking, we can turn on normal tracking. We can actually see our lovely little track box here. Virtual cameras. So this is what's really nice is if we open up like Zoom here, for example, if I go into my settings, and under video, then we can see OBSBOT virtual camera, doing virtual camera. Don't need that prompt anymore, thank you. And boom, easy as that. We can see this in OBS, Zoom, whatever we want. If you want to filter your face a little bit, you can go under beauty. They do have a blur. This is great if you have like a messy room or something. If we go under retouch, you can literally go through, customize your whole face, body, makeup, all that good stuff. I did a man one here. Yeah, slimmed down the face. Really know how to hurt a guy's feelings. And of course, our gestures still work here, so I can do like, was it this to zoom in, and I already have it preset to do 2x zoom. You just have so many different options in terms of what you can adjust in here. So your media settings, you can go in, adjust. I want 4K, I always want 4K, and stuff like audio, right? So right now, the audio you're hearing is the onboard 32-bit float from the mic, but if I take the receiver right here, you should see it very quickly register. So I plugged it in, boom, microphone connected, and now we can adjust our volume. I have it set to just auto gain. Everything is just like crazy simple with this. So if you're looking for a much higher quality webcam setup, live streaming, or something to build into your existing broadcast setup, the OBSBOT Tail Air honestly all around seems like a great option to have. If you're interested in learning more or want to check them out for yourselves, of course the links will be in the description below. Huge shout out to OBSBOT for sending it out, sponsoring this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.